pesting.
So I'm gonna cut every single bit of that off.
We'll have like Dawson edit it, and he'll just pick all the parts of it, like all shit like that.
It'll start off with.
Well, another miserable morning started about like.
This isn't another miserable morning though. Like.
What?
We started.
This is just a miserable morning. This is the first one.
This is a miserable afternoon at this
point.
Wait.
The first miserable morning.
Okay. Do we have like an intro or something that we could do, or
no? We're just gonna go with it.
I don't know how
we're just gonna wing it.
I don't know how this works.
Well, I mean, I guess we should probably introduce ourselves first of all. I think we should go in like this kind of rotation order.
Okay, so like a clockwise circle from.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, we're in a clockwise position except for Evan, who's a little bitch.
No, because it's too there,
I know.
We're like in a house.
Well, that's the guest seat.
We're a family.
The guest
seat.
seat.
Our special guest that we haven't had yet. That's
the special guest that we'll never have?
Tidbits.
Why not?
I mean, are we gonna actually make this a weekly thing, or are we gonna fuck up like we usually do?
Hey now, it's gonna be
all-star.
weird.
Get your game on. Go play.
We're gonna get banned for
copyright issues. Goddamn. Can you not whistle? I'm gonna kick you out. Like, just...
Okay, so...
1, 2.
Okay, so...
If you guys aren't gonna take this seriously, I'm just gonna leave.
We'll do it without you. Have fun.
I will. I'll have so much fun.
Wink.
So, could we do, like, 2 people at a time at once? So, unless we're, like, laughing. So nobody dies when they're trying to listen to this?
So,
what do you mean?
He means, like, not everybody talking at the same time. Just, like, maybe 1 or 2.
Because it'll sound like a mess as soon as everyone starts talking over each other.
It'll sound like how half of this has been so far.
Because Nick's been, like, monotone like me the entire time, and I think it's, like, starting to get to him.
Whoever's listening to this, I see you.
That's it. That's the entire podcast. We're done.
Oh god, they looked out the window. Cut!
Cut. Fuck.
You just see a person, like, wearing headphones outside, like, in, like, fetal position.
Just like crouched. There's just a flash, and you just see someone sitting out there with a camera. It's all of us.
We need Photoshop, and it's just like someone trying to sleep, and then just a really blown up Dawson, just like.
But outside the window's like next to the.
Inception bombs like.
We still haven't introduced ourselves.
I think we already did.
So this is Evan.
Yes, they can see.
I know, they can see.
Who are you? What are you? Why?
What species?
Why are you?
Are we actually starting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Do I have to start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ned Flanders, go.
Hi, I'm Ed.
Someone else go. I want to see how we're doing this.
What do you
There's
mean
no
you want
way
to
to
see?
do this.
Just do it.
Have
You
you-
set the
what's
bar.
up, guys? LEA
Have you
here.
ever asked to grow up?
Fuck you,
We
Dawson.
say like, hello, I am.
Hi there, I'm Evan.
Oh shit, we're doing last names too? Fuck.
Yeah, it's usually what they do in podcasts. Like,
Do they?
You ever watch the RT podcast?
Pancast.
Okay.
Pancast.
I guess they don't. I guess they go on Gus, Gavin, Barbara.
Yeah, they usually
Courtney,
just
and
do
Gus.
first names.
Well, hi, I'm Halle.
Well,
Nick
you can't
over
just
here.
do that, because now I'm all caught up by the conversation.
Okay, Dawson, wait, did you introduce yourself?
I think we should just start over.
Okay,
Yeah.
start over.
Yeah.
Do we have like
Alright, fine. Fuck it. I'll start.
Don't we just say like the name of the podcast, like the point of this
We'll
shit?
say it at the end, like, hi, I'm blah, 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 and this is...
I literally forgot my own
Mythical
rule.
Morning.
See, I feel like good miserable morning sounds a lot more like good mythical morning
It's
than
another.
good monotonous morning,
It's
but
another miserable morning.
yeah, but it isn't another because this is the first one.
Okay, so this is the first miserable morning, but every other one would be another miserable.
God damn, this is a miserable morning. I am one of your hosts here, Nick. This is Halle. Right to my right, say hi.
Hi.
Introducing ourselves.
Hello.
And here's Evan.
Introducing ourselves.
No, you fucking lost that right.
Say hi.
Sorry, hang on. I gotta bleep myself because you can't say fuck on the radio.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
We gotta start over again.
No, I'm keeping this cut
Why?
because it's
Just
fun.
say hi, goddammit.
Hi, I'm Evan.
Oh, hi. I'm Chad.
What do you think he gets to introduce himself?
Hi, it's Dawson here.
I didn't get to introduce
I
myself.
see you.
I already introduced myself.
Do it again.
Hi, I'm Halle.
Hi, I'm Evan.
All right, and we're your fucking cast of creative characters over here.
There's people still watching this.
No, there's no one fucking watching
Okay,
this.
good.
You know that.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm surprised if anyone stuck around.
It's just us, but we still have more viewers than those other local competitors that
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not gonna
yeah, I'm
name,
kidding.
because those.
Wait, can I join them?
I mean, sure, if you want to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Traitor.
I feel like
TR8R.
I feel like if we actually make 2 episodes, we'll be doing better than they are.
Who?
Exactly.
So what's our topic today?
See, you know, that all went out the window when I was like, when I got raped by my own voice, because this is,
I think
This is
it all
destroying
went out the
my
window
mind.
the second we started playing the USSR's anthem.
yeah, that
So
that
first
didn't
of all, why
help.
don't you just take the headphones off?
It's so nice though. You don't understand. The sound right now is better than my own ears.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
It sounds better than what I normally hear. Like this
Because
is.
it's amplified, you dumb
I
shit.
know. I love it.
So you're just hearing light right now.
Are you
Dude,
blind?
like I am blind by the good sound in my ears right now.
You're blinded by the sound in your ears.
By the end of this, he's gonna be going insane.
By the end of this, I'm just gonna actually be blind. Like,
First I thought you said blonde. And I'm like,
Blonde.
oh.
He's
The
legally
good thing
blind.
about this,
Bonjour.
the good thing about this is that you actually don't need any eyes to listen to this, so you're good.
yeah,
Great.
see, I won't need eyes. Evan can drive the car home. I'll just sit in the passenger seat and just take a cab home.
You do have your permit, so it's fine.
He's not 21.
What do you mean I'm not 21? Fuck you.
You're like my age. It's not just you're older.
I'm somewhere around there.
Also, your car's a piece of shit. It looks like a guy ran over by a steamroller, and then you turn around like, I'm just gonna
The
drive that
tape
here.
mobile.
The tape mobile's holding together.
It's got
She
character.
works fine.
There's
She's
a
got
fucking bungee cable holding the trunk closed.
there's tape holding the door shut. What are you talking about?
There's no
this
door anymore.
this bitch right here went to get like coffee for the morning and everything, right? I picked up Evan. One of the roads was closed, so I was like freaking out and everything. We got to Tim Hortons, right? We get to Timmy House, and I get out. And you expect Evan to get out too, just walk in and everything. Evan gets out. But instead of doing the normal thing, like getting out of your side of the door, no, he's like, I'm gonna come out your side.
I climbed.
So he climbs over the center console and immediately regrets it and goes, oh, you're short.
The wheel was like to like the seat. Like I don't know how you drive without like crushing your crotch.
Okie dokie.
You'll be
Dr.
surprised because that's like a foot away from my lap.
Just like.
Like it's a full 12 inches. Your legs are just thicker than mine.
He's my height, thick with 5 C's.
Thick
Five
with
Cs?
5 C's.
Come on, be real. 4.5.
Oh, okay, I'm
Jones.
sorry.
4.5.
How do you do half a C?
It's a U then.
It's a
It's
U.
just a line.
Is in near.
It's
It's
Yeah.
It's like the beginning of my name.
Oh, so next week will finally be an actual official another miserable morning. We'll probably have like 10 social media accounts that someone's gonna have to keep track of.
Nope.
Anyone want to volunteer for that?
You're funny.
I mean, we're gonna have to have something like a YouTube, like Twitter. Bye, Evan. Evan got up and
has
walked
left the
away.
studio.
Evan's left the studio.
Could we have like a Discord?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people actually for podcasts
Really?
just use Discord to record.
Could we have a MySpace?
Yes.
You know what?
I
That'll
am
be our.
totally in for that.
Can you not hit the table? We've been over
That's how we
this.
smacks the microphone. I'm into that.
Allie's just like, I'm here. Yeah, yeet.
Do it half this podcast just beating the shit out of Nick for no reason.
So we'll just have a MySpace. Chad can use that. Chad will be like in charge of our
Yeah.
social media.
If you want to
I'll
talk
be-
to me,
I'll be in charge of our GoDaddy account.
Go, daddy.
I'll be in charge.
I can run
I'll be
a
in
Twitter.
charge of our carrier pigeon account. Just send fucking things to me, and I'll write notes back to you.
If you guys want to send
Your
anything
handwriting's
in, like,
trash.
Not if I want it to not be.
if you guys want to send anything in, just carrier pigeon. The fastest way to get any of us to respond.
I mean, don't try to call or text Nick because.
Yeah, don't
That's a
call or
call.
text me because I will not answer you
Just
for
shoot
7
a flare
years.
gun into the sky. No context.
You know what?
I'll probably come
We'll
more.
find you.
I'll come faster if
we
you just
see
light
you.
your house on fire.
Actually, the quickest way to get to me is if I make an account on farmersonly.com.
You don't have to be lonely.
Farmers
Farmers only.
Not sponsored by Farmers Only.
As Dawson goes into the bass with that.
You have to be lonely.
I'll play a banjo in the background.
It's
It's like not even to the tune of it.
I like your mouth banjo.
Thanks, I practice.
So have you guys ever been to Disney World?
Of course.
Disney? No,
I've
I'm
been-
going.
Disney World's
I'm
the one
going
down in
June.
Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
going in June.
Then yeah.
I've been twice, and I have a story to tell you.
Ooh,
Uh,
ooh.
The first time I went to Disney.
Disney?
You know the Haunted Mansion ride?
No, I
Yeah.
haven't been there.
Okay, well, you walk, right, I don't know why I looked at you, just told me that. Okay, so you walk into this, whatever, you stand in line, you go in this big room, it's like kind of like a circle. The lights go out, and the doors, like, switch so they're all closed, and all the paintings, like, begin to look like zombies and
I feel like
skeletons
you've
and
told me
ghosts.
this story.
I have told you this story, but I told them, or them. But,
Points at the camera. Them.
That's a
It's
microphone.
There's a camera in here?
TSA.
anyway.
The FBI man has to enjoy this too. Come on.
But so all these doors closed, and I was it must have been like 5 or 6, wherever the hell you are when your parents take you to Disney.
Wherever the hell.
Wherever the hell.
Florida. But so I'm like, I look around, I'm like, oh no. And in my mind, I didn't think, oh hey, this is part of the ride. I was like, no, I'm going to die. This is a trap. So at the top of my lungs, I'm going, it's a trap. It's a trap. Help! It's a trap.
Admiral Akbar's your way through the situation.
But, so my mom was like, what do I do with my fuck up of a kid who's just screaming? And so she had to find someone that worked there to be like, hey, my kid's having like a Vietnam flashback. Can we please escort him out of the building before he, spontaneously combusts? So a worker was like, I got you, fam, and just kind of drags my happy little ass out of the thing.
It's a trap!
I don't know why. The next time I went, I went on the ride, and I thought it was the coolest shit ever. And then I think I went again, and it also scared the shit out of me. So I don't know.
Okay, the last time I rode that ride, I got stuck on it. And there's like this one part where, spoiler alert, when you go into
Wow.
the graveyards,
Spoilers, 90-fucking-year-old ride.
look, there's a thing where this head pops out from behind a grave.
Mhm.
I was stuck there for 30 minutes with that fucking head going just continuously. And
And then take a drink of water.
there's like
Don't
a
spew.
there was a what are they called, like there was one of these, like they're the workers there, the cast members,
Mm-hmm.
and they kept, are you guys okay?
I'm trying to get a drink over here. Keep pushing me.
That bee's trying to get in
Oh
again.
no, yes. We just killed the bee.
Where?
He was over by the door.
Okay.
Crying real tears.
Real tears opposed to fake tears.
Hey man, you gotta do.
Alright, so cast
Cherish
member.
them forever.
Cast member of the ride.
Oh yeah, long story short, I just got like a tour of the Haunted Mansion, like
Oh.
on foot, not in a weird like moving seat thing.
That'd be a little creepy.
It was kind of creepy.
Yeah. I don't even remember the ride. I went there when I was in like 6th grade. But I do remember this, like, I think I went to the Hollywood Park, and one of my favorite rides is there, where it's, like, just a bunch of bands, and you're in the middle of a building, and it's all
Oh.
black and neon lights
The
everywhere.
rock and roller
Aerosmith.
coaster.
Rock and roller coaster.
Yeah, that's the best roller coaster I've ever been on.
Never been.
I'm afraid of roller coasters.
You're afraid of roller
I'm like
coasters?
terrified. Like, you think I'm scared of bees? Like, if you put me on a roller coaster, I might strangle you in the floor I'm sitting next to you, purely because I don't want to be on one.
Remind me never to take him to like Cedar Point or something.
I will only go if I am like either peer pressured into it or my parents absolutely force me to the point where I probably can't live in my house.
Earlier this morning, I don't really communicate with my parents at all, and they never ask me where I'm going, and I'll just be like, I gotta wake up early tomorrow. I need these pills to knock me out, so I took like Advil PM at like 11, knocked my fucking ass out for like 8 hours. I got up this morning, my parents had left. My sister, the only person I communicate with, because she's the only person with balls to ask me what I'm doing, she was like, so what are you doing today? And I was like, just going over to Halle's to record some stuff. And she was like, oh, okay, Mom and Dad thought you were going to Cedar Point. And I was like, what gave them that idea? And she's like, well, it's opening day, and you were leaving early in the morning. I was like, oh, okay.
At least you weren't like going to buy drugs or something.
I mean, hey, more power to you.
Mom did that.
Could we go
Did
to
you
Cedar
know
Point?
last year when we went to Cedar Point, I almost got us into an accident right on 275?
Doesn't surprise me. Wait, I thought you drove home and Chad drove there.
No,
Chad
I drove
home.
there.
drove
Chad
home
home.
halfway, and you guys got nervous because
Yeah,
I was
he
starting
got-
We
pass
went
out.
to Taco Bell.
We went to Taco Bell and switched, and Jacob drove the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Wow, Jacob. Yeah.
That guy.
That wonderful man.
Why did you look at me?
We all just look at Dawson. That wonderful
Why did you almost
man.
get in an accident?
So when we were moving on to 275, I looked everywhere and I thought like I didn't see anyone next to us. So when I turned into the lane, apparently there was a car like right next to us, and she swerved into the other lane and just looked at me like, "What the fuck?" And I just
Okay, no, they're supposed to move out of the way when there's people coming off the ramp. So that was her bad, actually.
I mean, it could have been her bad, but I felt really bad because I was just like, I thought no one was there, and I see her giving me this what the fuck kind of look.
You should have looked at her, winked, and then did kind of the jerk off.
Well, I couldn't because I was wearing shades. I just remember being like. So how does the USSR theme song go?
Guys.
Put your hand in my mouth.
Oh, this is a different type of podcast now, isn't it?
How about shit?
This is the grunting portion of the podcast.
Okay, I got a story of that.
Okay.
So
Aha.
there was a bunch of people. I went bowling last night with a bunch of my
Why?
friends.
You have
The last
friends?
thing you
I
do.
do.
You have friends that
I
aren't
Other
found
us.
out. I found
You
that
didn't
out
invite
the other day.
us. I
Yeah.
feel left out.
Well, it was for, it
That's
was,
you.
Okay, come drag
You're the
my ass
queen
out
of other
Burger
friends
King.
and not talking to us.
What are you talking about? I don't have other friends. I just don't hang out with people.
Nice.
The only person I ever really talk to is Dawson.
You know, I'm always
Hi,
on
fam.
Xbox too.
I know. I'm there too. I'm just offline most of the time.
All right, so Chad had story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Show
like,
me what you got.
So I went bowling the other day, and there was just a bunch of people just there filming crap. Just like everyone, like in the next 3 aisles, like on either side of me,
You mean
people
lanes?
were. Well, they got a shop through, like all this stuff. Anyway,
I bowl at my local Kroger.
Strike! Just like knocking a bunch of toddlers down.
this is like the kids section. You just
You have to toss a coddler. A coddler.
Hot.
You have to toss a toddler down the aisle, and God fucking damn it,
You touched the table.
I did touch the table. Shame on me.
As you were, Chad.
Could you hear
But
that?
anyway, I was at bowling, right? And there were people filming, and I was just trying to be the loudest I can. So every time I grabbed the ball, I would grunt extremely loud. Like imagine this is the ball, you know, right? And I just grabbed the ball and just and then whenever I bowled, because there was like also like professional bowlers there, there was like a league going on, and I was like on the other side of the bowling alley. Whenever I would throw the ball, I'd scream as loud as I can, and it'll distract the other bowlers, and it'll like fall.
So you basically did like tennis bowling.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Badass.
I felt badass. I lost my voice by the end of it because it was like 6 games, but
Damn.
We're in this room recording.
We're trying to get all set up, like sound quality, and figure everything out.
Why do you interrupt everybody else's stories?
Because it's fun.
Nobody else can tell a story. Nick
No,
has to
no
do
one,
it
no
all.
one's allowed. It's the Nick
Chad,
show.
why do you have a hammer now?
Put the hammer
Why
down,
do you have a
Chad.
hammer?
Put the hammer down.
Chad, no. Chad, no. Chad, no.
Swiper, no
don't tell
swiping.
me to put the hammer down.
Chad, put the fucking hammer down.
Stop. Hammer time.
Anyway,
Stop hammer
all of a
time.
sudden you hear Dawson screech and go, "Ow!"
Hey, it wasn't
and we're
a
like, what the fuck?
it wasn't a screech. It was more like a.
And then all of a sudden, a giant fucking wasp comes out of nowhere and he goes, "This bitch stung me." So then we tried to suffocate it.
Excuse
with a
me, I think
pillow.
you're missing the whole point where we're all just like, oh fuck, it's a bee! And then you and Evan just got up and ran.
Evan left the building.
I went outside and stood in the window.
and
Anyways.
I
and
had
then
to
I
sit
took
here
a
with
pillow
the
and just
bee.
like
Smothered it. But sorry. But
apologizes
It
every time you hit the
lived.
table.
And then Nick had to take it outside and toss it with the pillow, and it was still alive.
I think you're missing the part where I went, it's still alive!
And then it just like flopped on the ground for a few minutes like a fish.
I thought it was
pillow.
Oh man!
I thought it would have been even funnier if you just see the pillow just flying in the air like the bee was just trying to take it away. He's pulling back on it, just takes him away with the pillow.
Like 1,000 bees descend from the sky. Like,
Bye, guys!
They've adopted me as one of their own. They just like drop me from like 200 feet in the air.
Nick is the new
Falls in
queen.
the pond.
He's flying. No, he's just falling down to the earth.
I'm
It's
falling
the Jungle
with
Book.
style.
Style.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that little bitch stung me. It doesn't hurt anymore, but you know, it's great.
Oh yeah, it was...
I almost fell off. I almost fell off a roof one time when I was a kid because bees were stinging me. Hold on.
Wait, there's so many.
One time.
Why were you on a roof in the first place?
I'm getting to that. So, I was at my grandma's house helping my dad with something on the roof. I don't fucking remember. But anyway, there was a bee nest by the chimney.
Hang on, 1 second. Chad, put the fucking tool away.
Why do you
It's a
have?
ratchet. I was doing sound effects.
I know, I can hear it, Chad. Chad,
I'll put it here for now.
no,
Let's
put it
explain.
over there.
Okay, Dawson, continue your story.
I heard the ratchet and I was like, what the fuck was that? And then I look over and see Chad with a fucking ratchet wrench just going, "Ree, ree."
Is that the sound of it?
Yeah.
Your ratchet sounds like a dying pig.
Okay,
Right.
roof.
Roof. All right.
Roof.
Roof.
So, I was up on this roof. I was like, I wonder what this thing is hanging from the chimney. So I walk over to the chimney, and my first instinct, okay, mind you, I was like 5 at the time. It's how we roll in my house.
Wait, how did you was your dad doing work on the roof or something?
Yes.
Okay.
And
He just brought you along.
yeah,
Come on, son. Let's
5-year-old
go.
needs to grow balls. Take him up on the roof.
my first instinct was to grab the bee's nest. By doing that, bees swarmed from the bee nest, went to my ankles. I was just like, oh, okay, and then they started
Child.
stinging me. I fell and started rolling towards the edge of the roof. And luckily, I caught myself before I fell off the roof, but yeah, almost.
That's how you make it into your family. Like,
Yeah.
you had a bunch of siblings before you didn't even know. They just fell off the roof. And
They
died.
broke.
That
They
was
fell
my
off the roof and
initiation.
like snapped their neck, and your dad was just, "There's another one for the pile."
There's another one.
Pile of dead Dawson's like,
That's awesome.
he's the only one lived till 5.
He's
Yeah.
clone number 94.
Your dad just planted the bee's nest there.
Yeah, but I always look back on that story and I'm like, why is my dumbass first instinct to grab the bee's nest?
Just gotta grab this real quick.
Yeah, it looks cool. It's fuzzy. Yeah, fuzzy.
My dad and I, a few summers ago, we paint and stuff. So we were painting a front porch, and we found a wasp nest, and they started just, like, a bunch of them came out, and my dad and I, his first instinct was, we don't bother them, they won't bother us. No. These fucking bitches, like 8 of them come at us, and he's like, "Get the WD-40!" So I get the WD-40, I grab 2 cans, and I toss one up to the porch, and he grabs it, flings it out, and starts spraying them down, like fucking Vietnam, shooting the fuckers down. You just see them kamikaze into the ground like little explosions every time a bee lands.
That's disgusting.
I was kind of hoping you were going to say you threw the can in the air and your dad like shot it with a gun and it blew up.
That'd be even better.
Grr,
Shut up.
grr.
Gosh, my dad just pulls out a 45.
Oh, it's like that mini game. Where you
Yeah.
toss the glasses and
I literally had Kevin throw the bottles while I stood right behind him with the shotgun. We just shoot them as they left his hand.
I did that with Halle, and she said you guys didn't do that.
Yeah, we didn't do
And then
anything.
that flame mission came up later. This is a way out, by the way. It came later where
Where
you had to,
toss the button
Yeah.
thing and you shoot it.
and
Oh,
it took
shot
you guys like 10 times. We did it on the first try.
We just kept dying because we didn't know you could go back there. Was what it was.
We didn't know what we had
Oh,
to do.
I legitimately knew immediately and just went back there and I was like, Halle, I fucking got this.
I did that with Kevin. Like, he died because his dumbass was trying to like, I'm
You died twice.
No, I didn't. Not in that section. I died twice in the other one where there was just an onslaught of fucking minions everywhere, and I'd be caught with my pants down in the middle of the area with all the enemies coming at us.
Wait. So we're talking about like Despicable Me, like
Yeah, Despicable Me, minions everywhere.
Those things were just coming, and you were just pulling your pants down.
Yeah, just pants down, dick out.
Dick out.
Pulling out your groove. Huh?
Yeah.
Just squeezing
Oh, you
them
can
out.
play baseball. Did you
Yeah,
play
we
baseball?
played baseball.
Yeah.
We played baseball.
Yeah.
I tried building the cards again, but it didn't work.
Cards.
Yeah, you can build a house of cards.
What?
No, you either character when you play, you try to put the card up and it all falls down.
We also didn't get the achievement that you guys got on like the swing set.
We did it.
We did it,
and
and-
just didn't give the achievement.
I played part of it with Nick, but then he finished it.
Oh.
Don't worry, we'll go back and play it. But
No.
you knew the plot twist, so I just
Yeah.
never had any like desire to play it because I felt like you wouldn't want to. But Halle kept being like, "You gotta play, you gotta know, we gotta get to the plot twist."
I was so excited, and then he fucking.
You don't
wants
tell
me
him there's
to
a
cry.
plot twist.
I didn't.
You did multiple times.
Okay. Yeah.
Like a lot. It was
You
like
were mad that he wasn't surprised.
you were like
You
this.
weren't mad at the thing I prepared you for?
She was like, "There's this giant plot twist. You just won't be expecting it. You won't think of it." And then, like, as soon as she said that, I was like thinking of every possible thing that could
Yeah,
happen.
it'll be bigger than his dick in the beginning when you're getting changed.
Yeah, you can definitely
God.
see it.
What?
You can see his
Oh
dick.
yeah, I saw that.
As Nick's like standing like
Yeah,
hand on face, just like gazing up majestically. I had to put that into words because I couldn't just make.
you can't just make the face because there's no.
Hear it, bitch.
Because look at the camera.
Hear it, bitch.
Hear my face.
You never been
I almost was killed by a
Change
woodchuck.
No, like Dawson almost fell off the roof. That never happened.
I've
I've never
almost-
been to Disney World.
I broke my
Like,
ankle in a woodchuck hole. That was fun.
You say wood chipper.
He was in a
Yeah.
wheelchair for like a wood chip. It just broke a little bit.
My foot. You just
Yeah,
hit
only-
the wood chipper. You don't
Only
hit
a
the blades.
bit.
I only put my ankle into the wood chipper.
I smashed my head into a brick wall once. Almost had to get stitches.
I.
Wow.
You want me to explain the story?
You might as well.
Okay, so I'm.
Okay, so okay.
Okay, so okay. Here we go now.
I'm 5 or 6. I'm in young 5 still. I'm done. So me and my sister, we were at our babysitter's house after school, and we had just watched Jurassic Park or some shit. And she's like, "You want to play rack or tag?" Which is just a fancy way of saying we're gonna play tag, except for your sister's on faster than you. And you're not gonna be. You're not it.
As
So, my babysitter's basement was like the play area. Like all the toys were there. Like it was carpeted.
Kinky.
Yeah. Anyway, but so like the stairs in the middle, and then it's like there's a complete circle around it to go to like the kitchen, like the area with the
There's a
TV.
kitchen in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of places
There's
actually have
another room
that.
down there too. But so I'm running in a circle, and she's running behind me. And at one point, I look back to see if she's behind me, and I look forward, and I fucking just like eat the brick wall, and I hit the ground, and I'm like, "Whoa!" Little kid. So I just bounce back up, and she's just like looking at me mortified. And I'm like, "What?" And she just points to her head. I'm like, "What?" She's like, "You're bleeding." I'm like, "Oh, I should probably go upstairs and get a Band-Aid then." And my babysitter's like, "Oh my god, you're gonna need stitches!" And I touch my head, and then I feel it. I'm like, "Oh shit!" But I didn't say that 'cause I'm little, so I probably just screamed.
Oh shit!
But
Little Pinky Besson.
after she said the stitches thing, all she was worried about was did I get blood on the wall?
Oh my god.
So I said,
Wasn't it a brick wall?
Yes.
Was it like
Just
red
the-
brick or was it like?
It was white brick.
Oh.
But she's just worried because she's a babysitter and she doesn't want new clients coming over and being like,
Who died here?
what's done in this basement? But
I watched the kids real good.
well, Timmy here wasn't behaving. So yeah, my mom did liquid stitches on my head, like when we got home.
Is that just like cement?
It's
she like poured concrete and everything.
It's,
she
She
backed
mixed
the
it
truck
together.
up. It's like,
It's actually a medical glue that they just put on your head.
yeah.
I had that for my thumb when I had to get stitches. My mom took them out too early, and it started splitting back open. I'm like, oh, so she grabs the liquid glue, the medical glue,
Yeah.
and glued it back. I'm like, oh well, mom, thanks.
My mother did the liquid stitches. She fucked it up, by the way, and so I still have like a bump on my head up here.
Let's not
Nice.
take him to the hospital. Let's just stick some cement in
So
there.
let's just buy like 600 fucking Band-Aids. I had like this big white one. I had a butterfly Band-Aid. I had a smaller one under that. Eventually, I was to the point where I just had like the one you get for like cutting yourself shaving. It's like wink.
Wink.
This reminds me of a story. Sorry, Dawson.
That's it. Go ahead.
Story of a girl.
So I was like a little child, a little miniature person, and I was at a party for 5-year-olds, and we were all playing Wii Sports, right?
Nice.
I don't even want, like,
I don't think
remember
we were 5 when
5-year-olds,
we
and
sports
I
were
do not
on.
remember
Well, I
being
was young.
5.
Neither do I. I
5,
remember
6,
like 4th grade.
something around there.
When was Wii Sports at 2009?
Really? Was that late?
Yeah, it was 2009.
Dude, I'm an older person then.
I'm gonna ask Google.
Okay, this is gonna make me look like a wimp then.
When did the Nintendo Wii come out?
You know, the sad thing is, that's like a royalty-free song now, isn't it?
Oh, 2006.
2006.
Oh, really?
So okay, so
Yeah.
this
So
is
you were
good.
7.
So it just came out, right? So I was a small person,
I was 8.
and I was really getting into this game of tennis, right?
Oh, dude, tennis on the Wii was so much fun.
And
It's
my
not
best
tennis,
friend,
bro.
my best friend did. I was like
Tennis.
supporting him. I was like the coach at a corner of a wrestling match, right? I was massaging his shoulders and shit. And
Wow, it really was.
Really?
What the heck?
What the fuck?
I didn't mean to not.
Why didn't-
again?
Why didn't you just ask me to fucking move it?
Because you were busy.
But you knocked the blue snowball on the ground.
It was an accident, okay?
God damn it, Halle, fucking
Jesus
everything
Christ. I'm taking a
up.
nap.
My life is great.
Continue your story.
continue.
As you were, sir.
Oh, this is gonna be a horrible Monday. Anyway,
Today isn't even Monday.
yes, it is. It's Monday.
It's a miserable Monday.
Miserable Mondays. That'd be good if we were recording on Monday.
Well, we can post it on Monday.
I kind of want to go for a Wednesday vibe.
What?
What?
Wednesday?
What?
Where did that come from?
We all just voted no on Wednesday.
I think Wednesday's a good posting day because it's before Thursday and before the weekend.
Wednesday is like the shittiest day of the week.
Exactly. This will be something to look forward to.
Thursday.
Oh my god.
Thursday-
Sundays are the worst.
Sundays are the worst.
Alright, so you were coaching someone in Wii.
Oh yeah,
Tuesdays.
long story
Tuesdays are
short, he
bad,
whacked
too.
me in the head.
I'd say
Oh.
Sunday.
Yeah, and I have a scar now from that.
You have a
Why?
scar?
Yeah, it's on my head, like right here.
Damn.
Wow.
Growing up as a child of a nurse, my mom did a lot of bad things.
Like to the.
Okay,
Right?
not like that.
Time to check your temperature.
Fuck you. Okay, so one of these things was I broke my leg one time. And hold on. My cast was gonna come off in like maybe a week or two. My mom's just like, hey, guess what tonight is? I'm like, what's tonight? She's like, you got hockey tryouts. I'm like, my leg's broke. She's like, no, it's not. She pulls out a hacksaw, cut my cast off so I could go to hockey tryouts.
Did you make the team?
I did.
Okay.
How was your leg?
Not good.
Just like one leg, just like the other leg's like behind
Do you ever wonder if this is the reason why your leg breaks so much?
Maybe.
I've never broken a bone.
Me neither.
Like-
Neither have I.
And then that's
I've broken my face.
then that story,
I've broken my face. I've done that.
My face was already broken.
I just came broked.
Broked.
Then another time, this is gonna sound really stupid. I was cutting a frozen bagel, and you know that knife we have at work that's like that giant silver
Yeah,
knife?
yeah.
I was using that to cut it, and I hit a frozen part in the bagel, so I'm like, okay, come on.
God damn it.
It got through. That happened.
I
I had to get stitches.
Did you get your blood on the bagel?
I did. I had to throw the bagel out.
Oh, all that work for
I know.
nothing.
It was
I
an
would've eaten
Asiago
it.
cheese bagel, too, from Panera. And, okay, anyway. Food porn aside.
Food porn.
So my mom was like, my grandma took me to the hospital to get stitches. Later that
Grandma's the
night,
best. She's like one of the sweetest ladies on earth.
yeah. Later that night, my mom's like, why'd you take him to the hospital? I could have stitched that up myself. I'm like, you're not touching my goddamn hand. Fuck you.
I like to imagine your mom's like the nurse you go to when like you're in trouble and like the police would arrest you if you went to an actual hospital. So it's like I need like the ghetto repair now.
Yeah.
That.
And then my stitches were getting in the way of hockey tryouts again. So, so my mom decided to cut my stitches out because she said, oh, it looks like they could come out now. I'm like, nah, I don't think
She's
so.
not a very good nurse, is she?
That's why she births babies now.
You go to the
Works
doc.
with
It
babies.
works with babies. Who the fuck put her in charge of that?
Don't ask me.
Time for a C-section.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's already like halfway out. Time for a C-section. No, wait, no.
We're
But
gonna
it's
cut you
coming out.
open.
The doctor's like, it's coming out, and she's like, C-section.
Yeah, and so
Section's the baby.
as she cut my stitches out, my fingers started to split apart again. I'm like, I don't want to say I told you so,
But
I told you so.
But
And then she pulls this out of her back pocket, the medical glue. She puts it on my finger. She's like, "Oh, you're ready to go for hockey?" And I'm like,
bitch, I'm rubber cemented.
I don't know what to do now. Guess I'll go to hockey.
What you should have done is
I didn't make the team.
Oh.
Oh.
They should have like duct
Oh.
taped the hockey stick to just one of your arms. You should have like bitch slapped the thing.
the puck just slapped it across the ice.
Yeah, I think the reason I didn't make the team was because I got hit by a really bigger kid, and this dude was huge. He
Did he have his own theme song when he hit the ice?
basically.
Boom, boom.
So like, I was skating around the net. I wasn't looking because, you know.
Who the fuck looks?
Fuck
Yeah.
science.
Fuck looking around.
Fuck being aware of my surroundings. This kid comes out of nowhere.
It probably
Levels
wasn't
me.
really out of nowhere. You just weren't paying attention.
That is true. He levels me. My little did I know my elbow pad slid up on my arm.
Fuck.
I hit my elbow square on the ice. I had a bruise from here all the way up to here.
I'm so glad that microphone will pick up all that.
A
Oh,
bruised weenus is the worst.
Ooh.
So from
Anyway.
lower to upper arm?
Yeah. And the coach was like, "What are you doing on the ice?" And I'm like, "I'm not here by choice. Like, fuck
I thought
you."
you liked hockey.
No, no.
Oh, you meant on the ice.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not here by
Just
choice.
look at that coach and be like, hey, come here often.
Yay! Come in.
Yeah, long
Come
story
here.
short, I didn't make the team. It was fun.
I like to imagine that bigger kid hit the ice and it's like Dark Souls, like the health bar appears in the bottom of the screen.
Yeah. Just like a boss has appeared.
It's like,
What?
You don't realize it, but all the minions have fled, and you're just in the middle of a empty room, and you're just like, oh.
He like
Oh,
drops from the
fuck.
ceiling, just like,
the
oh shit!
ice kind of like dents in around
It
him.
doesn't break, it just
No, just
bounces.
bounces.
That music starts playing when the enemy's near. You're like, where the fuck is he?
Like Skyrim, like,
Yeah.
just spinning in a circle looking for that red dot.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's like an ice mage, like 1,000 miles away, like,
It's the Soviet Union
Yes.
theme song.
there's a mod for that somewhere, and I'm probably gonna download when I get home. Anyway.
When I was in elementary school, I had a friend, and he was like, "You want to come over after school?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Little me, like,
Why do you
whatever.
sound like a smoker of 20 years ago?
Nick used to smoke 3 packs a day.
I used to want to smoke.
Now he's got the
I used to
camera.
think it would look cool.
You're wrong.
I am wrong. I don't like it
Alright,
anymore.
you try it. All the cool kids are doing it.
Oh, the cookies. My grandpa does it on the porch every
Doos
day.
it?
Doos it.
Anyway.
But I like walked with him outside of the school, and his parents were there in their car, and I live like walking distance away, so I was gonna walk home. And he was like, "Come on, we'll just give you a ride home." And I don't know why, but I was like paranoid as fuck that they just wouldn't take me home and would just take me to their house. So I was like, "I'll walk home and I'll meet you guys there." And they're like, "Okay." So I'm like walking home, and I see the car drive by, and I'm like, "You know what? I bet I can run home faster than that car can get there." So I start sprinting full Little Nick speed, which isn't that fast at all, mind you.
Keep on talking.
What are you
No,
pointing?
no, no, nothing. Just keep on talking.
What are you doing?
I see him. Just keep on talking. Just
What do you
go
mean
ahead.
you see him?
What do you mean
Just-
him?
Just ignore it. Just
What is
What
him?
the fuck?
Who is him?
Who was him?
Where is
I'll
him?
do you one better. Why is him?
I see
What?
the American flag.
not Donald Trump. Just once I see him again, I'll point him out. Okay,
The
just
bee?
keep on talking. Yes.
Oh, the bee.
The bee!
It's right there! The bastard!
Bee!
Worker bees are usually female, so you saw her.
That bitch.
That was not, that
Speak
was
to
not
your
the
manager.
same bee.
Is it a baby one?
No, but the one that was in here was huge.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
had to be like 7 inches long.
I got stung by like an African hornet.
Wait,
What
I
is
wanted
it
to
called?
hear the rest of Nick's story.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so running
Sorry.
full Little Nick speed down the block, and my foot catches on like a sidewalk pavement that's like slightly up, and I go flying like full cartoon style, and I fly in the air oh shit. I face lands first on the pavement, and I go sliding for a few feet on my face.
I can imagine you hit it instead of sliding. You just did flips.
No, it was even better though. It was full face first. My legs came up and rounded, went further in front of my head, and I just slid, fell back down. I didn't move for a solid minute when I fell, and I get up, and I'm just like, God damn it. And I just get up and look behind me, and there's this, little old Mexican woman behind me, just horrified by what she just saw. Just God damn.
What's wrong, lady? You ever seen a kid skateboard home on his face?
I've never seen a kid fly so far on his face.
But I look...
That was not a good
Why are you
accent.
Indian?
I tried to do an accident.
I tried to do an accent.
I did an accident pretty good on my face.
God damn it.
But I look at this woman and she looks horrified and she keeps looking at me and I'm like, I'm okay. I try to give her the thumbs up through my gloved hands and she runs up to me as fast as her little Latina legs can take her. She takes the gloves off of my hands and puts them up against my face and I'm like, woman, I'm fine. I don't feel anything. And I'm like, I live right over there, and I'm saying that, but she's covered my entire face with the gloves, smothering me and dragging me back to the school, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And she takes me into the office, and they're all looking at me, and I'm in tears by now, just from not understanding the situation. The school secretary looking horrified at me, and I'm like, what's wrong? And she's like, your face. And
your face is wrong.
Since then, I've had a complex.
But no one would give me a mirror or anything. They just taking paper towels and putting them up against my face. The entire left side of my face was cut, and just pus was coming out in blood. And the entire weekend, I didn't want to look in a mirror to look at the wound because the Dark Knight had just come out. So I was convinced I looked like Two-Face.
I was hoping you were gonna tell me you thought someone had drawn a dick on your face.
That's why I
put the paper towel down so they could draw it.
When I was laying down on the ground, someone was just there with a Sharpie, I was ready for this day.
You could have been abducted so easily. Because you just allowed that lady to rush you away.
Well, no, that wasn't even it. I wouldn't get into my best friend's car because I didn't want to get abducted.
What's the safe
I've
word?
always wanted a Latina family.
I always wanted to be a little Mexican
I don't have
boy.
any crazy stories like that. I'm boring.
I'm close, very close to that story. Sophomore year in track.
A little bit of an age difference, for sure.
Age
Trip over the
difference.
thingy.
I was
Yeah,
doing a 200-meter dash, right? And I was trying to beat the guy so I wouldn't get last place. Because I'm very slow for sprints. And anyway, I tried to do the thing where you lean forward over the finish line and try and beat him. Even though I found out that they count by your waist.
Oh my god.
But anyway, I tripped over myself, fell, and then it was at Dundee, I think. So their track is red. Very, very red. Mm-hmm. So when I landed, the whole side of my body, I landed on my shoulder and my face. That was all red.
Just eviscerated.
Mm-hmm.
Just gone.
And my coach at the time, what was the woodshop teacher's name?
Bolster?
He seen it happen, and then when he saw me get up, he was he actually kind of freaked out for a second because he thought
The red was blood.
Yeah, because I was full on Two-Face at that moment.
We all become Two-Face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Two Faces.
That night, I was digging rubber out of my face for the track.
Ouch.
It didn't come out.
It's still there to this day.
Mm-hmm.
So you got extreme road rash from Nick Rowe.
Oh, good old rowboat.
Now, let me
He's
tell
gonna
you.
hear this and be like, what the fuck, guys?
He's never gonna hear it.
One time, it was a while ago, we were back in middle school, and he was over at my house. We were playing Dukes of Hazzard, but we had a golf cart.
Them good old boys.
He wanted to play cooter. he grabbed the side of the golf cart, had one foot on the side of it, swung out, and Zach Welch was driving. He saw that. He swerved real quick. Nick fell off the golf cart and skidded down the road. He got up. Dude had just dust and blood down the side of his body. I was sitting there maybe you shouldn't have swerved.
Dude, I was driving the golf cart around my yard a few years ago with my sister, and we're driving around just going full speed. She loved it when I would just drive around and go full speed because no one else would. And I just all of a sudden I see her stand up, and I'm like, "The fuck are you doing?" And just as I'm turning, she gives me a look and jumps off. Just like full, I see her knees bend, I'm like, whoa, and she's gone. She rolls on the ground like you were saying, like I would, and I was like, I put on the brakes, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Just reversed it back over her, making sure you finished the job.
I was in a golfing competition one time, and I did that. I made the decision to jump before things got even worse.
Did it help you?
No.
Oh.
So we finished our last hole. So one of the, I guess, leaders of the competition came and picked us up, and so I got stuck with riding bitch. So I was hanging onto the back of the golf cart for dear life, and I was had my golf bag on my back as well. We started going like on a hill, and I just noticed like the cart starting to tip. So I'm like, if I don't jump, we're going to fall. So I jumped off the golf cart. I hit the ground with such force, and my golf clubs came flying out of my bag and hit me in the face. We got back to the clubhouse. I had a fat lip because my putter just smacked my mouth.
Putter just bitch slapped you.
Yeah, I had a cut down my arm, and I looked like I just went through war.
Did the golf cart tip?
No. I saved everyone. I'm convinced I saved everyone.
I saved everyone.
I sacrificed myself for the greater good.
Did they just leave you on the ground, or did they?
They eventually came back.
They finished up their holes and then they came back.
It might have been 2 a.m., but eventually they dug him out of that sand pit.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
It's white stuff. Ugh.
Yeah. So I made the sound. Sometimes you gotta provide your own cream cheese.
Okay.
Does anyone want half?
I don't want your cream cheese, no.
Oh yeah, I did kind of make that remark about offering people with my half.
Eat
My
it.
half.
Just eat it.
I'm okay.
Just eat it. Just eat it.
Do it.
Unlimited power.
You can keep me talking.
I
No, we wanted you to talk.
I'll get real close and just eat real loud.
Welcome to my ASMR.
God damn it. It's gonna become such a recurring joke that I have to leave in all the ASMR shit, isn't it?
What?
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 I said, of course.
Oh.
I was looking at the flag.
You were like looking off into the distance,
I know,
and
I thought
Halle's
somebody
like,
was
"Is a
here."
guy there? Is it the FBI agent
My
again?"
parents could be home.
It's a fucking bee.
Fucking bee.
Bees?
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 Bees.
Fuck you! I played that card and you didn't let me win.
Didn't let me win.
No, someone
Hey, man.
did invite me in to their house. That always freaks me out. One
Yeah.
guy wanted me to pour him a drink,
What?
so
What?
I did.
What?
Yeah, it was before you started working there. It was like when I first started working there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy, it's one of the addresses we don't deliver to anymore.
Oh.
Well, this guy, he would always call in and be like, hey, you gave me the wrong pizza last week. They're like, all right, we'll give you a free pizza this week. And then he'd call the next week and be like, hey, you gave me the wrong pizza again last week. And anyway, yeah, so I went into his house, and I knock on the door, he's like, come in. And I'm like, I don't like the sound of that. So I go in, and he's like, grab me a cup from the cupboard there. I'm like, talking to me? And so I grab him a cup. He's like, in the fridge, we got a 2-liter Pepsi. I'm like, okay. So I got the 2-liter Pepsi out. He's like, you pour it for me? I'm like, what am I, your fucking servant? No. But I ended up pouring it for him because I was afraid of what would happen if I didn't.
With those types of people, if they just shout, come in, I just keep knocking. I'm not opening the door. I don't.
The closest I get to that is having to walk outside to a car and tap on the glass.
Oh, yeah.
Like this one house I went to, I opened the screen door and the normal door was open. So I catch the screen door with my leg and I knock on the screen door and they come and they open the door because I was like, this looks like a fucking trap. It's a trap. They they take the pizza and I go back like everything's normal. Little do.
Andrew's calling. Hey, Andrew. Can I ask like a quick question? Can I have you sing Tiptoe Through the Window for me real quick? I'm on a podcast. I'm on a podcast right now, and someone's saying that. I'm like, I know who can do that better than you.
Wow, I'm offended.
All right. All right. See you, Andrew.
Some good journalism from out in the field.
But like, those houses, like when you go there, you show up at like 12 o'clock at night, and they tell you to come inside. I always assume that's my last delivery. Like, I'm gonna be kidnapped and forced into the sex ring down in Mexico.
No, but those guys that I delivered to at the open door, I got back and they'd called in saying that their pizza, all of the toppings had fallen off to one side.
Hey.
So I was like, there's legitimately no way that could have happened. Your pizzas were fine 10 minutes ago. Fuck you.
This reminds me of my old ministry days.
Ministry days?
Yes.
Oh yes, Father Chad.
Father Chad.
Father Chad.
So I used to preach the word, the Bible, and I'm glad I left that. But when I used
Fuck religion.
When I used to do that, you always met these amazing people because we literally just go down the road knocking people's doors at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I was one of those guys. Yes.
I've done that too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't anymore, obviously.
Yeah, but as I was doing that, I just meet the most wonderful people. By the way, one time, actually, this one's actually pretty good. Somebody made me breakfast.
What?
What?
I was just out in the middle of the country. It's like over like towards the lake, and we smelled bacon as we were going up to the house. And this was like an old lady. She had pounds of bacon in her house that she was making.
Like she works for Tony's.
Yes.
Ooh, Tony's.
So we just got like free freaking bacon that day.
That's pretty nice.
And then the other time I was offered a joint.
I've just been shouted
What?
at.
At 9 a.m.?
Oh
Why
yeah.
not?
Wake and bake.
Why
Wake
not?
and bake, I
You'd be
guess.
surprised what people give you when you say you're with the church. Hey, I'm just out inviting people to church. Hey, you want to smoke a fat one?
Hey, I'm
Sure.
here with the church. Oh, you're confused. Here, take this.
This will clear your mind right up.
Yeah.
One time I got offered a
Just-
shotgun.
Just you take
I
it.
would have taken that.
Like-
No, not offered the shotgun.
Like-
I meant
like-
offered the shotgun.
like-
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Did you take it?
I would have been dead if I took it.
That was the point.
Well, depends.
No, it depends where they shoot me.
Or what they shoot you with. You can get like those salt rounds where you just like
Like the rubber, like
That would
slugs.
hurt.
We were
it's
just
like-
talking.
It's like rock salt in like a shell.
Oh, so it's just.
it's like beating the shit out of someone from a distance.
I want
It's
to
like,
get the
oh
beat.
hey, fuck you.
I want to get the beat.
There were a
back
few
on.
ways that I just took that because we were talking about weed, so I thought like shotgun as in shotgun the joint.
Shotgun the
Yeah.
joint.
That's
You
not
shotgun
a
the
thing.
beer.
It is a thing. It's
What?
where someone will like take a puff of it and then you make out with someone and they give you the smoke.
Oh, yeah.
It's like sharing gum. That sounds gross.
But it's smoke.
Yeah.
So it's been in their lungs.
Yeah, it's like, oh sweet, this has been deeper inside you than.
I thought you were. I thought you were talking about like kind of like gravity.
Yeah.
Gravity hitting it.
Like shotgunning a beer where you
Yeah.
just like...
Oh.
Or where you just you poke a hole in the beer can.
Oh, yeah.
You stick a joint in. No. As you drink the beer, the water, like the beer.
So you turn the
Leaving
beer
can
into like a
pulls the
bong.
It
Yes.
becomes an infuser for the marijuana. Glug, glug, glug.
I can hear that.
My dog's dead.
It's so dark.
Jesus.
I have like 4 dogs every day.
You had a dog?
Yeah.
Had.
I said had.
Yeah,
I was putting emphasis on the fact that it's dead.
I had 2 guinea pigs and we buried them in our yard and then my dad bulldozed that part of the yard.
No.
Jesus.
Yeah, we had to bury a German short-haired chocolate lab mix like a
Oh.
few months ago.
That was the same
Damn.
as my dog.
I just got a puppy.
You want us to bury it?
No.
What do you mean? We're not gonna bury it. We're gonna have a Viking funeral for it in the pond.
Is it still alive?
It's just barking.
We put a tennis ball in the grave. It was a depressing day.
Aww.
Rip.
No, but we bulldozed it.
Tennis ball, that dog.
We
Yeah,
bulldozed that
fuck
part
the
of the
dog.
yard
Fuck the
and
tennis
made a
ball, man.
barn. And we were building it, and I don't know why this image just came into my head. It was raining really badly one day, and we were putting in, like, what are they called? The pillar
The
things.
The foundation of sport.
Yeah, the foundation and support.
What are
It was
those
raining like Vietnam, and we
You
were.
say Vietnam way too much.
It's
I
fun.
know it's
really
fun.
is.
It really is.
It's fun making fun of an unpopular war.
But me and my mom and my dad were all trying to put like the support beam up just in the rain and everything, and it felt like that statue where it's like all the soldiers trying to hold up the flag.
Except for you should have said Japan then. At that point,
Japan.
That's what that is.
Yeah,
that's,
Iwo
that's
Jima.
like the battle. Yeah, there's somewhere.
Ew.
The battle is somewhere.
But,
The
like,
battle somewhere.
Battle of Asia.
The battle is somewhere.
but I thought you were gonna get to the point where like you'd see the bones of the guinea pig.
No,
So
no.
Like the rain was just right as you with the pillar up, like the guinea pig's corpse was like a zombie, like out of the ground. Like, ah!
Wasn't there like an episode of Fairly Odd Parents where that happened?
Yes,
What?
it was like Pet Cemetery, but Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah,
Cemetery scared the shit out of me when I was little.
I've
That-
never actually seen it. I just know about
the
it.
Fairly Odd Parents episode fucking messed with me because he brought like his dead hamster back
yeah,
from the
but
dead.
it was like a zombie. Still.
Yeah,
Dude, that sounds cool.
it was a really good episode, but it freaked the fuck out of me.
Dude, I like the ones where like the cartoon Jimmy Neutron boy is just like, yo, what's up? It's me.
Dude,
Oh, they like cross
Oh,
worlds.
yeah.
the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour?
Yeah.
That was the shit.
Like he hasn't
There's
memorized.
there's like a new theme song now, and there's a new kid
What? Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
added a
I
second
thought
one
it-
and a
because
dog.
yeah, it's really gone
I thought
downhill.
it ended.
No.
I think it actually got canceled
Yeah,
because
the
of
guy
it.
who made it, what's his name? He got fired, didn't he? Or didn't he like resign and started his own YouTube channel?
I know he started his own YouTube channel, but he still works for
I think
Nickelodeon.
he left Nickelodeon.
They
Just
really-
a lot of people are.
SpongeBob is still going strong, and that's
No,
all I
they're
care
on their
about.
final
Is it
season
going
now.
strong,
What?
Or is
Yeah.
it bullshit?
They really screwed up cartoons.
Yeah. You guys remember Invader Zim?
I don't
Dude,
know.
yes.
I didn't
No,
buy
They
it.
are.
No,
yes.
they need to stop. No, they're not.
No,
allowed
they're
to do
doing
that.
a movie to wrap it all up, to end it. It's the original creator coming back to do it. It's not like just Nickelodeon, it's the original creator coming back just to wrap it up in a movie.
Isn't
I didn't
Invader
watch
Zim Nickelodeon?
Invaders then.
Yeah, it's
It was-
I thought it was
Nickelodeon.
Cartoon Network.
Mm-mm.
No, he's Nickelodeon.
No, it's
Oh
Nickelodeon.
my god.
Gur's the best.
I didn't watch it.
Zoop, zoop, zoop.
It's Doom, not Zoom.
I know it's Doom in one part, it's Zoop in another, and then it was Waffles in another episode.
It's on. It was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is.
It's only like, isn't it
Waffles
only
are
like
good.
40
Didn't
episodes?
watch Hey
Yeah.
Arnold either, or.
Hey Arnold was good.
I
Dude.
used to hate Hey Arnold.
We have a guy who looks like one of the characters from Hey Arnold at
Caillou
work.
was my shit as a kid.
No.
I
Davon.
loved Caillou.
Oh,
as a kid.
Davon.
He looks like one of the characters
Davon.
from Hey Arnold. I forget his
Oh, God.
name. What's the name? Do you guys remember the name of the black guy from Hey Arnold, the black kid?
No, but I know who you're talking about.
We have a guy at work who looks just like him.
What is it? I
Yeah,
never
the
really
black
watched.
kid from Hey Arnold.
The only two people I know from Hey Arnold.
They're-
are Arnold
he's
and
the
Elmore.
token black kid.
Yeah, he's got weird ears like on the side of his head. They're like here, and his head's like this long.
If I can get a picture of it, I'll pull him up.
Him.
Yeah, this kid right here.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
Davon.
we all know. We all
His
know.
hair is like this long.
We got a Davon.
We gotta now put that like in the.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it and like circle his head.
Mhm.
Here, I'll use this one instead. It's this kid, Evan. This guy.
We'll use like the red circle
yeah.
that's like clickbait thumbnail crap.
Hey Arnold guy in real life.
Victory
What the
Royale.
fuck is that?
Hey Arnold.
Okay.
Okay.
I just found that I funny one
See,
day. I'm
that's
like,
Helga. And
Yeah.
that's Arnold. I don't know his name.
Oh wow, she looks like my sister.
She's actually the image that comes to my mind whenever I hear about your sister.
Yeah.
I have a friend named Austin. A bunch of my friends refer to his twin sister as Hulk Hogan, or not Hulk Hogan, Triple H. And it's funny because my one buddy Hunter dated her, and he's always like, "Yeah, my ex-girlfriend Triple H." This, that, and the other.
The unpopular opinion, Friends is garbage.
Fuck you, you're garbage.
I can't stand laugh tracks
That's true.
in any show. Exactly.
That's my laugh.
Laugh tracks in a show are they're really garbage, but it's how a lot of shows used to do it.
I just don't care about it.
But it was really filmed in front of a live audience.
Yeah, but they never laughed. It's the same laugh track, and they throw a laugh track in for the actual TV.
Did
show.
iCarly have a laugh track?
I
think so.
Because I know that one was a live studio.
Give her.
Was it?
Was
What?
it?
I don't think so.
I believe it. I think
I
it
don't
was.
think so.
Was it not?
But I think it did have a laugh track.
That show sucks.
Oh,
I like
the
that.
Amanda Show. That one had an actual live audience.
Yeah, that did. I like the
That was like
Amanda Show.
SNL for kids.
Yeah, it was great.
I do know what you're talking about.
You want to know a show is good?
What is it, Kyle?
Everybody loves Raymond.
No, I did not like that.
I
show.
liked it. I don't know.
Everybody hates Chris. That's
That-
what I
that's
thought
great.
of. That's what I thought of.
That show
That
was good.
show
That show
was
great.
the shit.
I never I've seen it, but I've never actually watched it. I would just see it when
How
it
about
came on.
Seinfeld?
You know what?
Oh my
Seinfeld?
god.
George Lopez.
Oh, dude,
Oh
George
my god,
Lopez
you
was
just
my
wake up in the
shit.
middle of the night and the theme song's blaring.
As George Lopez stares
They're all
over your
slow
bed.
motion jumping on a trampoline.
A sitcom that I used to be addicted to. I don't know if it counts as a sitcom. How I Met Your Mother.
I
Yes.
watch every single. I
That's a good
love
show.
How I Met Your Mother. I love it.
I love it, but the last season could have been written so much better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like they could
I'm
have
so mad at the ending. I'm so mad
that she died or that he got with Robin.
that she died. The whole show, and then the kids are
Spoiler,
like, so,
sorry, Evan.
The whole show.
I don't
was
care.
like-
I'm never gonna watch this show.
They took it off of Netflix. I'm pissed. I finished it in time.
I think one show we can all agree was good was The Office.
No.
Yes. Evan
Unpopular
doesn't like it.
opinion. I don't like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, there we go. Got someone else with me.
I can't. I no.
Like
Yeah, I got,
Do you like Parks and Rec?
Yes. Yes. But that has Chris Pratt in it.
I like Chris.
I love Chris.
I like Chris Pratt a lot, and I like his relationship with the girl who's just negative all the time. I don't know her name.
April.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't like the shows that make you feel awkward when you're watching them.
Why?
Because
You are
every-
awkward.
I am awkward. Yes.
Me too.
I don't like to
Me
feel
too.
that way when I'm watching a show.
Like The Office and Parks and Rec always has like those awkward moments, and I like.
There were some episodes of Parks and Rec where I had to stop and go do something else for a minute.
Come here. Thank you.
I had to walk away from that.
She pushed up his glasses. It wasn't like a kiss or anything awkward. It was a come here. It sounded very rapey.
I think this would be a fairly popular opinion, though.
Very popular opinion.
The more recent episodes of The Walking Dead are garbage.
Oh my
You mean
god.
anything past season 1?
No,
You
anything
mean the whole
past
show?
anything past season 3.
I-
Season 3 was like their last good
You know what I
season.
refuse to watch? The Walking Dead and the Game of Thrones because everybody fucking dies.
Me too.
Yeah.
Garbage.
I think deaths can be done right, but I think a lot of shows like that just kill the
They
be like,
kill
we can kill people,
Like
but
a
they
certain
don't.
movie.
And they aren't going with
Certain
the,
movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anymore.
yeah.
Cough.
No, I was talking about Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God,
Oh,
I don't
damn!
watch Star Wars.
You want to make Star Wars good? You want to make Star Wars The Last Jedi a good movie? I can do it in like 3 sentences.
Let Finn sacrifice himself.
Okay.
Yeah. Seriously. It's like, what the fuck?
No.
This
A
is
person
how we win,
Halle.
Finn.
What do you mean?
No,
No.
it's not.
What are you
can't.
talking about?
I saw that
Finn
one, though.
sacrificing himself wouldn't have meant anything at all there. I think a sacrificing themselves to show like a character like truly realizing
This
what
is
it means to
actually what I've
sacrifice
seen.
themselves would be
Wow.
Rose. Realizing what her sister went through and what her sister sacrificed and what it truly meant, and having her like go through this entire adventure with Finn, realizing what the resistance meant, and then understanding
Who
that
are
she
we
needed to
talking
sacrifice.
The Asian.
See, exactly. The Asian chick. Rose.
You know who my favorite
Oh, the
character
one that
in
was
movie?
also
Rose.
The one who
the
stopped Finn.
opposite of. She did sacrifice herself.
Rose, not
She-
Paige. Paige is the one that sacrificed herself in the
Oh yeah,
beginning.
she was the
Oh,
one that
Rose
was like.
sacrificed herself in the end, yes.
So they could have cut like entire part of that out of that movie.
All
The
of
whole
it?
What are
casino
you
planet.
doing over there?
I'm playing with my watch.
Yeah, they could have cut the casino planet out of it, and the movie would have been more okay if they didn't have that entire part. The whole "we gotta save the horses"
We
thing.
gotta save the horse. We gotta save the horses. I like the new AT-ATs.
Can we
Okay.
not
Oh, yeah.
talk about Star Wars because I have
Just-
no idea about
Just
it.
one more thing, okay? You guys know the Chekhov's law, right, for story writing?
No.
That's the one where they introduce something and you have to use it?
Yes.
The
Use it
fucking
by accident.
X-Wing.
The X-wing in the lake.
In the
by
lake, when
accident.
Rey looks down, you see the
Oh,
X-Wing
yeah,
under
yeah,
the
yeah,
water,
yeah.
kind of like Dagobah
Uh-huh.
from the
I'll be
original.
back.
I mean, it could mean one of two things. It could be, yes, Luke is trapped in the island and he cut himself off the Force, so he can't lift the X-wing like Yoda did in Episode 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like, okay, that good. That drives the story. Or it could have been a tease for him actually flying to the Hoth ripoff planet where it bleeds. What's the name of that planet?
I don't fucking
I
know.
don't know.
Crate.
Yeah, Crate. Doesn't matter. But it could have teased. Oh. Yes.
Okay, so that X-Wing, I like to think that in the next movie she will come back, lift it up. I'm still hoping that they have that scene.
I like to imagine she gets it up and like gets in it and like just doesn't start. She's like, it's like an old car. It's like,
And then the credits.
That's the end of the entire trilogy.
No. There's just the rip-off Death Star that zooms in and just blows up the planet.
Oh, Star Base.
You may fire when
Sure.
ready.
Yeah. You may fire when ready. Boom. But like, or Luke coming in to fight him and lighting the green lightsaber would have had some sort of like fulfillment because you saw them have that little duel.
Yeah.
Now, a movie that's going to be garbage, Solo. A
Solo?
Star Wars story.
I think this might not be bad.
It's just
Mm.
Harrison's Ford's dead body in the bottom of that head.
and
Roll credits.
then it explodes.
He's
I
Han
mean-
Solo forever.
Ron Howard, he's not that bad of a director. I think.
I don't know. They changed the Millennium Falcon so much. Like the new design, I'm just not ready for it at all.
Thought we were done talking about Star Wars.
Please.
Deadpool 2? Anyone think it's gonna be a good movie?
No.
Yes.
Yes,
I have
I'm
mixed
so excited.
emotions on it because I've heard that some test screenings have gone really good. People are praising it, and then some are like people are like that's garbage.
I don't think it's.
I think they're.
I
Gonna
guess
try
we'll-
I
to.
like the first one.
I like the first one.
They're gonna try to force funny. I believe.
Yes.
Oh.
They're gonna force it. They're gonna try to force it.
They're gonna try and pull a Guardians of the Galaxy 2 with this thing.
I like
I like
Guardians
that
too.
too.
That was actually a decent movie.
But I feel like some moments, like they tried to make it.
Mary
too-
Poppins?
Well, that wasn't a bad scene.
It wasn't a
That
bad
was a
scene
great
at
scene.
all. It was
But-
great. I loved it, but it was kind of a forced funny.
Like when they have Drax being dragged and he's like hitting like a bunch of
Is
debris.
Drax the
and
bad
stuff.
guy?
No,
No.
he's the big like wrestler, like ha guy.
He's the guy with the two knives.
Oh.
I feel like they.
Oh yeah, I forgot he had knives. He usually just uses his fist like a knockoff
I
Hulk.
feel like he pushed his humor too much, and I was
Mhm.
like,
I just didn't like the scene where it's like, Groot, go do this, and he keeps fucking it up.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
where's the diffusing the whatever?
No,
Gotta,
I'm
like crawl
talking-
in
I'm
the.
talking about when they're trying to get out with the ship in like the beginning. Like, they
Mm.
get captured.
And they like, well, the
Oh, and he's
part,
dancing
that was
around.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost prefer that they would have only kept one Deadpool movie
Oh yeah.
because it was the first one was hilarious. I
Seeing you
thought.
with
They
Chad
even make a
was
joke about that in the trailer. Like,
That's
don't make a
so
third one.
awkward.
You knocked it
Yeah.
out of the park for
You-
2.
Stop it too. You killed it.
But once you make a second movie, there's usually going to be a third follow-up unless you fucking
Oh yeah,
tank.
if this movie does well, they're gonna still.
Well,
Have
Ryan
any
Reynolds, he said that he didn't want to do a third one.
Speaking of third movies, have any of you seen Jaws 3?
No.
Don't.
Jaws 3.
I've never even seen Jaws 1 or 2.
It's like, hey, we used all of our budget in the beginning. When it gets to the shark, it looks like something like a third grader made like out of paper mache, and they just kind of like threw it at him. It's like, oh no! And here comes this like art project from like 1985. It's like, it's like falls apart in the water or some shit.
There's a new Jaws movie coming out, actually. I think it's called The Maw.
And Jaws like
Like
19 and a
MAW.
half.
Oh, that's a megalodon.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The Meg.
Have any of
The
you ever
Meg,
played
it's the
Battlefield
Meg.
4?
Yes.
Have you played the Naval Strike DLC maps?
Mm-hmm.
If you get everyone in the same spot on one of the maps in the middle of the water, a megalodon will come up and kill all of you.
What?
Yeah, I had a friend on Xbox and messaged me. He's like, "Hey, do you want to come do an Easter egg?" I'm like, "Sure." And next thing I know, it's all like there's like, what is that on the Xbox? Like 32 people total.
Mhm.
32 of us just kind of dicking around, like swimming in the water, like as fast as we can. We all get to the middle, just whoosh, and we all die, and everyone just leaves the lobby.
Jurassic World.
Hmm.
Chris Pratt's in it.
Yeah, it has to be a good movie.
It is a good
I saw
Mosasaur.
I saw a car.
I'm sorry. Do you mean Jurassic Park 2?
I Jurassic Park 2.
That's
I
basically
can't
what
keep
it
track
is.
of all the movies.
It's Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park, is it a new world or whatever? Yeah, where it's like in the city.
Because
Yeah.
there's a
It's a T-Rex.
trilogy. There's the original trilogy, and there's these Jurassic World ones.
I like
Yeah, they're
Jurassic
gonna be bringing the dinosaur to the city and auctioning it off.
I
You know,
didn't-
like people do.
Smart.
I didn't
Yeah.
care for the Indominus Rex or whatever from the new one, but I liked the Mosasaurus.
Mhm.
It's still my favorite dinosaur.
He stole the show.
I think it's cool how in the new one Jeff Goldblum's coming back.
Well, they tried that with Independence Day, and that didn't really work out.
I know
Yeah,
Independence.
I saw that.
God.
I'm still yet to see either
I
of
don't
them.
watch a lot of movies.
I mean, you
If you
thought
want to get
Jeff
my attention,
Goldblum.
talk about any TV show made, basically.
Okay, Star Wars: The Clone
I
Wars.
hate you. I hate you so
Star
much.
Wars Rebels, unpopular opinion, it's good. And I like it better than
Go
Clone
back to
Wars.
Star Wars.
I like
Yeah.
the Clone Wars
Ooh.
better. I
Clone
think
Wars
the
is
Clone Wars
pretty
better.
Rebels, I
My
thought.
head is gonna explode.
even better than that though. Battlefront 2 for the PlayStation 2.
Bad
yeah.
Company?
SpongeBob the video.
Wait, are you talking about the
Battlefield
newer
2
Star
Bad
Wars
Com-
Battlefront 2?
The older one.
Okay.
That's
The
a
one
really
that was
good
the
one.
Shit.
The first one.
The first Battlefront 2.
No, the very first Battlefront
Ooh.
ever made was.
That was good too.
Was it better?
Oh, it was.
I like that
So
one because I could jump
much
out of the speeders
better.
while they were driving on Hoth. That was fun. I'd do that in Suicide Bomb.
Me and Chad are just like,
Did you never play Battlefront?
I have
The originals?
the originals. I did like the multiplayer, like co-op,
Yeah.
where we just
Yeah.
fought like at Maz Eisley Cantina,
hmm
and I always just got like Boba Fett and just flew around and just shot everyone.
I have
Big
Battlefront
baby.
1 for the original
I know how
Xbox,
you
but it's
left
it's
out.
compatible with 360.
Oh yeah, it did recently become backwards compatible. I thought about buying them yesterday.
For the 360,
For the one. Because they're backwards compatible now. The
I have the
Xbox.
original Xbox disc.
Yeah, you can play it on your Xbox One now. Damn it, and that. Well, there goes my next topic that I was going to talk about.
Come back.
Oh, are you back now?
My Timbit had part of a Timbit that wasn't a Timbit in it.
ew.
Alright,
What does
that's
that mean?
weird.
It was like moist.
Moist.
So, a
Moist.
guest that I'd actually like to have on here, on our little like podcast,
Morgan.
Justin.
Oh, I was close.
Okay.
Justin would be fun, but it'd be really difficult to get him down here for the time that we record, I believe.
Probably, I don't know.
I should get Andrew on here and just have
Ooh,
him
Andrew.
Yeah.
And David,
go.
if we ever could. If that's possible. I don't know where he lives.
Up north.
Up
Or-
north.
yeah, right.
How far up north? In the old Great Canadian?
No, not that far up north.
Just
Oh,
UP?
No, not that far up north.
Milan? Like.
Not that
Oh,
close.
speaking of Canada, Super Troopers 2.
Ooh.
What?
The Super Troopers 2.
You didn't watch it as a new movie.
You have to watch that right now.
Right
Right meow.
Right meow.
Right meow.
It's a great movie.
It
Just
really
sit
is.
silently while we talk about everything I don't know.
So music.
No.
No.
No?
No.
No one wants
We
to
all
talk
have
about
different
music?
tastes in music. Every single one of us.
I know, but it's like interesting to think
Lil
about.
Pump.
God.
Oh God.
Mozart.
That's I like classical music actually.
Just like jamming out to Mozart, like headbanging to it.
It's like you get the subwoofers on. Just like. Brrr.
I was listening to AJR on Spotify earlier. They're the ones who are like,
Yes.
I'm weak, and what's wrong with that song? I don't know if you've heard it. It's usually
Um,
on the radio.
They also did.
Listen
What's
to
it?
the radio.
Crap. What's. Crap. I forgot the name of the song.
The Click? That's a
No.
really popular one by them. Or at least that's one that I like.
Okay, so it's summer vacation almost, right?
Yeah.
Right. So
I don't have summer
I don't have
vacation.
summer vacation.
Yeah.
me either. But
I do. The rest of my
Still.
life. is summer vacation.
104 days of summer vacation and school comes along just to end.
Okay, so-
Demonetized.
So it's almost like, you know, good weather outside since Michigan weather sucks. So what is a good vacation? Like, what was the best vacation you ever had?
Oh,
Go on
dude.
those.
Okay, so we went on a cruise one time we ended up going to Honduras, Cozumel, and it's
Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico. We went to Puerto Rico. It was
How
fun.
badly did they get hit?
Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
I mean, I bought a rec pack on Halo, and it was for the Puerto Rico thing. So I mean, hey,
On Halo?
yeah, you donate $10 and you get a bunch of cool shit.
Hmm.
So in the name of helping people, which is the fancy way of saying I just wanted all the cool shit. I gave him 10
Okay,
bucks.
did you
So-
play Halo 5?
Yes, that's where I bought the backpack.
What do you think?
Terrible story, fun multiplayer.
We totally
Video
got off the
games
topic
are the biggest
of
sham
vacations.
when it comes to like getting skins.
Yeah.
They charge you for just making stuff on a computer,
Wait, what are we talking about?
like skins on games.
Oh, yeah.
Microtransactions.
Yeah, like
Chad?
they didn't put any real money into like designing it truly. Okay.
Chad?
Yeah, so everything is profit.
Yeah.
Dawson's story about
Oh,
his vacation.
microtransactions.
Microtransaction vacation. It was a good cruise. We won $4,000 in the casino on the cruise ship.
Wow.
Dang.
I bought a girl. I bought a
What?
girl.
Blah,
You
blah.
bought a girlfriend?
I bought a girlfriend in Honduras. She was, he was definitely hot.
Quite a lot like
Wait,
your
what?
Florida
What?
trip.
Oh yeah, fuck you.
I
Everything you.
I've been to Florida. That's about my vacation. I've also been to Washington, but I was pretty young.
went to Virginia once. That's Virginia, West
Has
Virginia.
anyone else here been out of the country?
I've been to
No.
Canada.
I haven't even been to Canada.
I mean, I guess technically I've been to the Bahamas, if that counts.
That'd
That
say
counts.
So how come you never got into streaming, Chad? Like you never like went into it.
I'm not entertaining.
What do you?
That's a lie.
That is a goddamn lie. Like once you got viewers and started like picking up, you would have been perfectly fine.
Well, I mean, I did just buy that like a couple days ago.
Oh,
So
That's fucking-
Wait, where'd you get this mic at?
Best Buy,
How
Best
much was
Buy?
it? How much was it?
like $70.
really?
I'm
Damn.
to
How
invest.
much was your snowball?
About the same. Snowball's a nice mic. It's just like it's not 360 and
Is
it
that
doesn't
what
have
it's
as many
called?
settings. Yeah, it's the Blue Snowball. There's the Blue Yeti, which is a lot similar to this, which is like 110, 120. This one's like 70 to 80. It's just mono sound.
See, I can't do streaming because in the summer at least because I have 3 fans running at all times in my room because my room is 200 fucking degrees. We got one of my windows open.
Woohoo!
For anyone who doesn't
Mine are nailed shut.
Jesus Christ. For anyone who doesn't know, my windows didn't open like at all. So me and my stepdad the other day just kind of beat the shit out of one of the windows until it opens. He's like, "Here, help me hit this." And we start kind of beating the shit out of it, and then it opened. We're like, "Oh, cool."
The only window I have in my room is like a jail cell window that opens like on the top and
I live
opens
in
in.
the basement, so
I do, and I want to get out so bad.
Dude, when I lived in the basement for a year, I wanted to kill myself.
Yeah, I've been there for
I
a
don't-
few years
move
now.
out.
Yeah, I'm working on it right now. I'm
Get a
saving up
roommate.
money. This ass won't save money.
Dude, I can't even get scheduled enough to save up money because I spend $130 a week driving up to school.
I'd throw that.
Get a new job.
I'm trying.
Work at Sam's Club. We make a lot of money. Decent money.
Are your
Hi, welcome
hours
to
any better
Fem
now? Because you were
Club.
getting cut for a while.
Yeah. We have like no one.
We have no workers. It's great. I get hours.
Join us.
True.
Come
So
work
do you
at
work-
Burger King and want to kill yourself like I do?
I work during the day now.
I'm trying to get a
Hmm.
factory
Instead of
job.
nighttime.
So you don't
get
close
that
anymore?
Well, I do on
Oh,
Fridays.
Home City Ice eats baggers.
Who?
Home City Ice, Nottable Lake.
But you probably make
Where the
more
hell is
tips
Ottawa
than I
Lake?
do.
It's by
Like,
Ohio, so in Michigan.
Yeah, I make like
Oh.
I'll make like 100 to 150 a week in tips.
yeah,
Ain't bad.
see, I don't get tips. But I get $11.50 an hour.
But I have to put up with other people complaining that they don't get tips. It's
So I have
great.
to put up with customers.
I mean, I have to put up with those stupid
But
pieces
you
of
won't
shit
get
all
in
the
car
time.
accidents every day.
I mean, maybe.
I
Have
did
you seen
think
his
about
car?
Have you seen my car? It's like a magnet for stupid people.
If he gets hit again, it's gonna
That's because
explode.
you're in it.
I know. Look, I just next time I get hit, they better hurt me or kill me. Because if not, I'm coming out fucking swinging.
What if I hit you?
Like burst through the roof, just like.
I saw big or fly out of your mouth.
I don't know.
I have a vendetta against pizza drivers.
You hit them.
You were so loud compared to everyone else.
I know. I'm projecting my voice a lot. I'm used to streaming and having a mic that doesn't do shit, so I just like would project my voice.
Dude, if I projected my voice like I used to do with my old Razor Kraken headset.
Hey guys, Captain Crank
Hey
here.
guys, Captain Crack here. Today we're doing another fancy dancy Minecraft video.
It actually sounds better. I can actually hear you.
Yeah, that was me doing like the Dacron voice crap.
Dacron!
Dagron.
That's where you broke your back.
What wasn't that? Clumsy Custard?
Clumsy Custard Horror Show, baby.
That's a really good
That
show.
was a play we
I
did in
loved
high
it.
school.
I just.
I was a turkey spider. My line was.
What do you mean? You were a fan favorite.
Yes.
They would not stop. They loved you.
Do you remember, like, you know, like the 3 plays that we did, like our last plays? Somebody in the audience did a turkey spider noise.
I'm aware. I was there.
That was good.
I
I think that was my mom actually, or my sister.
I think it was my mom actually.
Whose mom was
Fuck
it,
you.
actually?
I think it was my family. They really like that, and my mother's always really supporting of you because she sees you as like her own, for some reason.
Yeah.
She loves you.
Just killed a man.
Yeah.
I was disowned. I don't know if I have a vacation. I don't know if I brought this up.
Did you go on vacations?
Hell yeah, I went on vacation. I went to Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Hell yeah!
I've been to Disney 2 or 3 times. Cedar Point. Everyone says I hate Cedar Point. Okay, my problem was the vacations. My favorite one was probably when I went to New York.
I want to go to New York so bad.
But
Somebody
It's
take
good
me
there.
to New
the
York.
problem with every fucking vacation I go on is they always want to stop at an amusement park or like Cedar Point or something. I don't like roller coasters. Like I can't. They just scare me. I don't know. It's like a childhood fear. I'd probably ride on one now and be fine. But it's just like as a little kid, I was like, oh fuck that. But
fuck yeah.
but when I went to, this is a great
That's
story.
how Chad is.
I got a great story for my New York one. So we leave my house
I have a
by
story from New York.
car.
Me too.
So as we're heading to New York, we stopped in Pennsylvania, went to Amish country. So that was kind of cool. Arg. I'm an Amish. Arg.
That's an Amish pirate. Arg.
They got the horse and buggy, but it kind of looks like a boat.
You just see them have cannons on the side.
Wait, what about your New York trip?
No, so we drove in by car, so we're driving through Pennsylvania at this point. We stopped through Amish country and all that, and on the way there, my stepdad likes this band called Osric Tentacles. It's like a psychedelic hippie trance thing. Weird. It's like, imagine a rave, but then give everyone heroin.
Oh.
But
Bergenbergen.
so it's like everyone. I feel like I was in the 70s. Everything was tie dye. Like half the people weren't wearing shirts. No one was attractive. There was drugs
Are
everywhere.
you saying no one was attractive in the 70s?
Yeah, no one had style back then, Halle. But,
Style wasn't invented yet.
Yeah, well, no, it was in the 40s and 50s,
That's true.
maybe early 60s.
But then it was uninvented in the 70s.
Jesus invented style.
Jesus invented style with his...
You've seen Jesus Christ Superstar. That man is pimping.
have you seen the picture of Korean buff Jesus, where it's just like
What?
it's
What?
just in Korea, like South Korea. There's a statue of Jesus on the cross, but he's like Asian and also insanely buff. Like, I mean, like ripped. Like go Google right now, Korean buff Jesus for all those listening. It's amazing. The place was called Camp Frickin' Awesome. This place
You
I
told
went
me
to.
about this.
Yeah, I told you. Well, I told them about this. But I was offered hash brownies. My sister was offered cocaine. There was a cool jazz band there. But yeah, it was fucked up. And then we went to New York City, and that was kind of cool. Chinatown was really weird. Everybody tried to offer me a watch. I'm not even trying to be like offensive, but I walked maybe 2 feet from someone else, and someone else walked to me and said, "You buy a watch?" And I was just kind of like, I'm like 10.
The only time I went to New York, I was like 3, and apparently, I was too young to remember this, but I just left the hotel room by myself. 3 years old. And I got lost in the elevator.
At least you didn't like get outside and
Yeah.
get lost like town square.
Because you would have been gone.
Oh, when I
was gone for a while apparently. They had to like find me in the elevator.
When I was 3, I went to a baseball game with my grandparents. And I had to go to the bathroom. So my nana, she took me to the bathroom. I went into the boys and she's like, "I'll be waiting out here when you get out, okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And so I go in, I do my business and stuff, and I come out, she's not there. I freak out because I didn't realize that she went to the bathroom, and I kind of like peeked into the women's restroom because I was 3, and I was like, "What are social constructs?"
Why didn't she just go into the bathroom with you at 3 years old?
I don't know. But
Why
instead,
didn't you drag you into the women's restroom for
That's what I...
she might have done that, and I just used my own stall or something, and then I walked out. But I walked out, and I was like, "Where is she?" I guess I'll just go back to my seat. So I made my way across the entire stadium back to my seat, and I just sit down next to my grandfather, and he's just like, "Same shit as always." And she calls him, freaking out, already notified the police, and the stadium was like looking for me, everyone.
It's like all the lights turn red, like,
She's like, I don't know what happened, I don't know where he is, I can't find him anywhere, and he's just like, he's sitting right next to me.
I thought you were going to tell me, like, he looked there, he's like, I don't know where the fuck he is.
I don't know what to tell you, you're really done fucked.
You should have called me 3 beers ago.
Oh.
So, my New York City story, I don't know. Well, that was at, like, what stadium?
That was like Tiger Stadium.
Oh, so that's
Not New York.
not New York.
Not New York.
That's better.
I've never been to New York, so.
I want to go so bad where I can actually remember it.
It's
Because I was two or three the only time I've been there.
It's not great.
No, I've actually heard it's kind of overrated.
It is.
I've heard it's good and like cool to be there, but I've heard it's really overrated.
It's expensive.
Yeah, New York.
It's a lot of fucking people and it's a lot of fucking money.
If you want to do actually have a good experience there, you gotta have a lot of money.
Yeah.
If you want a New York experience, I'll rent a taxi and stand on the road and I'll just fucking run you over.
Dude, okay, you remember Trinity, right?
Yeah.
His mother was like one of my tour guides in New York City. She was like one of my, what are they called, chaperones?
Mm-hmm.
And a taxi hit her in her side mirror, and she broke the side mirror of the taxi.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and she kind of just, okay. But anyway, back to the thing. I didn't know about Rockefeller Center. I didn't know what the heck that was.
I don't know what that is.
That's like the ice skating rink and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, it's a big building, and I didn't know what it was. But we're doing the top of the rock, and I'm freaking scared of heights. Like I can't go on a 2-story building without starting to panic. And this was a 300-story building.
That's a little bit more than 2.
And this was at the top.
Not very much so.
And
Did you die?
I might have puked.
Might have.
Might have.
Oh,
Did you pass out though?
No, I didn't pass
Oh,
out.
you're good then.
a vacation I totally forgot about. I went to Chicago.
I want to go to Chicago so bad. I want to go to Chicago.
Also
so bad.
overrated.
Chicago's
Take
very
me to
overrated.
Chicago.
I've been there like 5 times for
Also
hockey
a lot of
tournaments. Not.
It
No,
was.
but all cities are a lot of money, and I just want to visit a city.
Wow.
I actually went there without spending that much money. It wasn't that bad.
It's
Yeah,
not that
yeah.
expensive there.
I just kind of He
He walked in and walked out.
I walked in, walked around, walked out. I went to this building that was really tall, and it's really popular tourist destination.
Sears Willis Tower?
Is that the one with the glass?
It's the
floor
one
or
with the
whatever?
glass floor.
Yeah,
Is
Willis
that
Tower.
Sears?
Yeah, Sears/Willis Tower.
Yeah, that fucking. If you're scared of heights, like I am,
I went
fuck.
I went to the top of the Empire State Building. That was kind of cool. When you get up there to where like the little people go, there's like metal bars that come up and they're like skinny and flat, and then they curve up with like spikes so you can't fucking like just jump.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how many people would it take for me to get a boost to like climb and slide off this bitch?
You guys remember?
Evan!
What?
You guys remember Pokemon Go? I went.
No.
Oh God!
Fuck you.
I gotta catch a Charmander! Like fucking jumping out of the Empire State Building.
Fucking just throw your phone. I went to Chicago when Pokemon Go was at its peak.
Oh God!
My phone died on Pokemon Go within like 10 minutes because of all the Pokemon and just the servers overloading the shit out of my phone.
I like all the stories where people were like, people would put a lure somewhere and like people would go there and they'd rob them. You
What?
didn't hear any of this stuff? Or, like,
No.
Or, like the girl who found like the body when she was playing Pokemon Go.
I heard about that.
I
Yeah.
heard about that one.
She found like a core, so she was like.
My favorite was
The only
like when it
thing I
was.
ever found was a Weedle.
Oh, Weedle.
Stupid motherfucker.
I really loved it when Monroe was really popular.
Yes.
Because there was this one little four street corners that all came in and they all had like one of the little things on them.
It was like the Monroe Bacon Trust in like that corner, like right next to the river.
I think so.
Yeah.
They had like a bunch of them and people would just sit there for hours and there'd just be like, it was like a party for like 4 weeks straight when Pokemon Go was at its height.
I did that, and it was like around 10 to 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And there's just people sitting there still.
There's just people with like seats set up. There was just like booze. It was insane. It was cool. I wish things would bring people together more like that, but I don't think anything except for famine will do that now.
Heroin?
Salmon?
Famine.
I love some good old
Maybe
family.
heroin.
You could get a bunch of people together for some black power.
Well, I mean, that didn't really work because we're in Monroe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
Too bad.
So I do want to loop back to a topic I talked about earlier. It was like ideas that you have, but like you've never ever.
Nobody had any ideas.
Fuck off. I'm sure we have someone who has some idea.
I never heard the whole question.
Sorry. Go
Do you have any ideas?
Like, if you had ideas that you never, like, ideas that you love in your head, but you never think you'd be able to actually, like, put them out there into the world or create them. If you had, like, 2 minutes or so to pitch them, how would you do it? What?
Said living past 20.
I hate you.
So, do you know when you're ever like constipated and
Your
like
chair's really fucking
and like
pissing me off.
it's just
Yeah, you're telling me.
it's just stuck, okay? It's just stuck,
Mm-hmm.
and they need to make a toilet that just has like one of those
A
like
pincher, they just go
no
in.
like a blank shotgun blast.
See what you need.
They have those in Japan.
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
They're bidets.
So you're just sitting in there. So,
That washes it though.
I have a better idea. You find a bunch of very tiny people. I mean, like 1.5 inches tall, and they get a small bulldozer.
Oh,
You
okay.
just lay on your stomach, and they just kind of like they reach out in there and pull it all out.
with the bulldozer.
Yeah, a little bulldozer.
Just a little bulldozer reaching up into your asshole. You're gonna get that shit right out.
We'll clear you right up.
You can clear it right out, sir.
Have Dawson's mom tear you open and pull it out herself and
Stitch it right back up.
Stitch
No, not stitch it.
No,
Glue
no,
it.
no, she'll stitch it for like a minute, and then she'll.
And then she'll be like, ah, it looks good, cut it open, and then she'll be like, oh, I was wrong.
Put the
Here's
Band-Aid
some
on
liquid.
Here's some liquid.
Hot.
Hot and ready to go.
It's like Little Caesars.
Play it.
No,
play it,
I'm not
play it.
playing. No.
Play it, play it, play it, play it, play it, play it.
Do it. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.
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 I hate everyone.